Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So my name is Suhendri Prayoga. I'm from 40 class of English Education's Department of State Islamic University of Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau. I made this video to fulfill the final assignment that given by my lecturer, Ma'am Riza Amelia MPD, in the course of classroom management. Alright, let's not wait for any longer and please stay tuned. How the way you deal with the bad behavior of your students? How can you make them put attention to you? Alright, today I would like to talk about the things that teachers should not do in the classroom. Being a teacher are not perfect. We make mistakes and occasionally we exercise poor judgment. In the end, we are humans. There are times that we are simply overwhelmed. There are times we lose focus. And there are times we cannot remember why we choose to stay committed to this profession. These things are human nature. We will err from time to time. We are not always at the top of our game. A big issue many teachers have is trying to settle down their class when it gets too noisy and students get too rowdy. There is a right way and a wrong way to do it. With that said, there are several things that teachers should never do. These things are detrimental to our missions. They undermine our authority and they create barriers that should not exist. As teachers, our words and our actions are powerful. We have the power to transform. We also have the power to tear apart. Our words should always be chosen carefully. Our actions must be professional at all times. Teachers have an awesome responsibility that should never be taken lightly. And doing these few things will have a negative impact on your ability to teach. Number 1. Shoot at students. When you go into the class and the students are alone and they are not listening to you, and you have to shoot and get aggressive for them to pay attention, that is a big mistake because as soon as you have to raise your energy and you get angry, you have fallen into their trap and they know that you have lost the battle. Mentally, you've told yourself, I need to shoot and be aggressive to get the students to keep quiet, and they're going to make a game out of it. They're going to see how far they can push you each time. So don't get angry, don't get shoot, don't be aggressive. Save that for a desperate situations. As a teacher, as the adult in the room, you should remain calm and they're looking toward you for guidance. As a leader, you don't put that negative emotions into your teaching. Stay them down with a smile on your face and wait for them to get quiet. Number 2. Silent treatment. Some teachers at wit and will keep quiet. They'll go and sit at desks and say, I'm not going to teach you until everybody in this class is quiet. They're trying to social leverage to get the class to be quiet. Once again, it might work at one time, but it's a gimmick. The student won't fall for it again. See, there's a difference between keeping quiet and keeping quiet for waiting for them to calm down. Actually, after that first times, students will find it funny and they will make a game out of how far they can push you. You are the victims and they are the bullies. Once they have that bully mindset, no amount of begging and pleading will make them stop. Avoid the power struggle between you and the students. You are always the ones in control. You don't want to be arguing and fighting with students, so don't send them out in the hallway. And don't punish the entire class for the actions of a few. Just because you have lost control, it's not the class fault. You're the one that should be practicing better classroom management. Number 3. Calling for help. Another mistake many novice teachers make, they run out of the classroom to a senior teacher or a principal and bring them back to the class. I can't handle them. Come and help me please. And the principal goes in and says, what's going on here? And the teacher follows with loud, so I see they are bad, I'm good. Is that a place of strength? No, that just show the student that you have lost the plot. They will never respect you again because you have to run to mommy and to get her to help you. Instead, take responsibility and do your best to get them to be quiet. Remember, one of the best classroom management strategies is to remember to make it about the actions and not the students. Make sure they have understands that their actions was wrong, but under no circumstance attack the students personally. Instead of asking what is wrong with you, say I'm upset at that behavior. So the students know that you like them, but you're not going to put up with that behavior. And number 4, using gimmicks. Gimmicks on the internet. There is a difference between creating good habits and routines that students follow in class and using bad advice and gimmicks on the internet to try and control your class. A common one is flicking the light on and off, or using a belt of using some kind of app that they can listen to. Some teachers use bells and whistles, then that might work if you use it in the correct way. But most of these are desperate attempts from teachers with little confidence and power in the classroom. Think about one of the best teachers you ever had. Did they use a bell that they need at up to control the classroom? No, they've grown in power and confidence, and they know exactly how to treat their students. So you shouldn't put all your hope into temporary solutions. They are only band-aids for classrooms management. And number 4, pleasing the ring readers. You have 1 or 2 difficult students in your class, so you give them some kind of role or authority over the other students. You think that good idea? Because now you keep them busy and you can teach the rest of the class. But actually, you are giving away your power. You're basically saying, I can control the class on my own. I'm going to beg the troublemaker to be good so I can teach the rest of the class. It does not work. And again, it's going to work maybe once or twice, but the other students will send you and that students will get bored of their role and they will start to rebel again in a different way. You should rather keep on improving your classroom management skill to get the students quiet down. That way you keep your respect. And let me be clear, I'm not saying do not give the students roles in the class to make them feel like they are part of a community and to give them responsibility. I'm saying don't give away your power to students who do not deserve it. The urgency of avoiding mistake is stronger in teaching than in most professions. The only profession where it's more difficult to self-fade your mistake is tightrope walking, because we deal with students who hold on to first impressions, and teachers don't get to start over with a fresh slate after making numerous mistakes, the way Walter might. And being aware of these 5 mistakes doesn't mean that you will never make them. Even after several years of teachings, you might still struggle daily to avoid these blunders. But every mistake you avoid will lead to be a better learning experience for your students. They may forget what you say, but they will not forget how you made them feel. Teachers have a 3 love. The first one, love of learning, love of learners, and the love of bringing the first 2 love together. I'm Suhendri Varyoga. Thank you so much for watching this video and see you in the next time. Assalamualaikum.